Hey, hey. Oh. Hey. Oh, I did. I got one of those. Yeah. Oh, people can't hear you, but they can hear me. Wait, no sound. You screwed it up. You screwed it up. You screwed it up. Cheapy screwed it up. Who
Unmute
screwed it
yourself,
up?
GP.
Yeah. Who screwed it up?
I got it.
Cheapy screwed it up.
Listen, it's fine now. It's fixed. No need to stop recording. We're good to go.
I never did stop recording.
Damn. That's some on the spot fixing right there. So welcome to the show, everybody. You didn't really miss anything. Don't worry if you're just on the live stream right now. You've missed absolutely nothing.
Nope.
How you doing, Wombat?
I'm good.
Back to school is going well over there?
Back to school's going well. I have a new thing that I learned from my dentist recently. It turns out that I'm grinding my teeth at night.
Uh-huh.
So I have to sleep with a mouth guard now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I meant to bring it so we could all laugh at me and my mouth guard, but I left it in the other room.
Yeah. I don't know that we needed to see that. Or we could look forward to seeing that next week.
Mm-hmm. It's a teaser for next week's show.
Oh, so how's that going? Do you enjoy that?
It sucks. It's really hard to fall asleep.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing comfortable about it, and I still get I get pain like right here.
You're too stressed, obviously. That's the cause.
Well, that's probably part of it.
How about some exercise?
That would probably be a very good idea.
Grinding the teeth does not count as exercise, by the
You
way.
could use
No.
your mouth guard while you exercise, too.
I know. Maybe I'll join a hockey league.
Rugby?
I did just get the new Boy Scout schedule. And because of, I don't know if you noticed, but there's this pandemic going on.
Yeah.
All the meetings now have to be outdoors. So we're just doing nothing but hikes.
That sounds fine.
See? Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I'm like, this is better.
Right.
That's what we should have done before.
What we
Instead
did
of sitting we sat in a cafeteria. That
Sucks.
was it. Yeah, it was dumb.
Hold on one second. I have an important message.
Okay. Lovely.
Did you receive my transmission?
I did. Is that a Top Gun t-shirt?
Absolutely not. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. Can you see that?
Oh, it's a Starscream t-shirt.
Yes.
Nice.
I had that
Shipwreck told me
exact
to
same
buy
shirt
it.
at one point.
Right. I think you told me to buy it or something.
Maybe.
Somebody told us both to buy it, perhaps, on the internet.
That sounds right.
Right. Shipwreck, how you doing? I see you're drinking a beer. What kind of beer are you drinking? People always want to know that.
I'm drinking an Ale Works Brewing Company Chesapeake Pale Ale.
Ale works, but it's WERKS.
Yes, WERKS.
Brand.
Way to nail that sponsorship there. So, Wombat, are they still looking to rename your Boy Scouts?
We haven't had the first official meeting yet, so I don't know what they're gonna do.
Wait, what's happening with it?
So they want to. Our troop leader wants to rename us. He's supposed to be a Weebelo, which is the next
Isn't that
step
somebody
up.
who thinks they're Japanese?
No, it means we be loyal scouts.
Wait, he wants to rename. Wait, he wants to call them that, or that's what they're called now?
That's what they're supposed to be called.
Okay.
But he's gonna call them something else. But we don't know what it's gonna be yet. But he wants it to be. He wants our troop to be a little bit more military-like. Like we didn't get the standard hats; we had to get these green military hats for the uniforms.
What makes them military?
They have these green uniforms with these green military hats, and they're going to be a troop or a squad or whatever they're going to call them instead of a
militia, I believe.
Yeah. I don't know. We're going to find out together. It's going to be interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound interesting.
What was that?
That does sound interesting.
It does sound interesting. The name already sounds pretty militant, I feel.
What, we below?
Yeah. Well, not when you say it like that, but when you spell it out.
Oh, we be loyal scouts?
Yeah. To who?
Yeah,
who are you loyal to?
That's a traditional one, though. That's fine.
And is anybody like any of these guys have grammar who are working in this organization? What is We Be Loyal?
No, they're
Yeah.
all law enforcement.
Oh,
I'm literally the only one who isn't.
wow.
I'm the only dad that isn't law enforcement.
Can they get you a job?
I think they all laugh at me when I'm not around.
Right. Well, fuck them. I mean, thank you for your service.
Exactly. So, I went camping with all them, remember?
Right. Well, they didn't do anything to you.
No, they actually had a very nice time, and I told the best ghost story, and they were like, "That's the best ghost story I ever heard." I'm like, "Yeah, see."
We were gonna
They
fuck
waited
with
until
you.
he
We were
fell
gonna fuck with you
asleep, and then
tonight. But
They ground his teeth down so that he had to use a mouth guard.
grindy.
Grindy, that's what they call me. Hey, Grindy,
Look who's back.
get back to your nerd house, Grindy.
Speaking of guess who's back? Guess who's back in my house?
Osaka Grandma?
Nope. The Woodpeckers.
Oh, I thought that was a good guess.
That was a good pandemic.
Well, so I thought
Could
maybe
be.
you found a way.
I smuggled her out of the country.
Yeah.
I think she can go anywhere she
I
wants.
don't know. Don't the woodpeckers know about the pandemic?
The Woodpeckers, I don't know what they're doing, but they love the corners of my house. And I had put up these bird streamers, but I guess they weren't close enough to where they
They thought
really-
it was a party, and that's why they came back.
I think that could be. And my Mrs. Cheapy heard like a pounding outside the house.
And
she
it wasn't you.
And it wasn't me. I was downstairs at this, right where I am right now. And she came down. She goes, something's pounding outside the house. She's like, I think it's a woodpecker. And I'm thinking, well, why don't you just go outside? Don't come down here and tell me. Go. But we went outside. I went outside, and sure enough, it's already like a big ass hole. I just replaced that board. Remember when I had these guys come to the house?
I do remember that. This is
Right.
one of the reasons we replaced ours with like metal fascia over top of the wood.
I can't do that though. Oh, I don't know how to do that. I need.
You pay somebody and then they come and do it.
But then just like that corner,
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
the
you can-
corner.
you can just get that corner done if you want.
But isn't it going to look weird to have one?
No, it looks good.
Oh my god! It would be funny though when they go to get it and they bounce off it and they go.
You know what
boing,
you
boing,
should
boing, boing.
do is put rat poison in the walls.
That's not what I'm doing.
And then you'll wake up one morning and you'll have dead woodpeckers all on the ground.
I don't know what they're doing because there can't be any bugs in that board. It just got replaced. It's only the one in the corner.
How
So
are they supposed to know what if they don't check?
Yeah.
Can't they smell the bugs or something?
I don't.
They're not anteaters. They're
Are you asking me
woodpeckers.
if I know if a woodpecker can smell?
I've heard that they bang on those. They make holes
They-
just to.
They bang and they do the. I think they also do the tap to see if there's an if it's hollow at all.
Right.
And
It's
if
not
they
hollow.
hear
I
that,
just replaced it.
but it probably is to them. It probably has that hollow sound when they tap on it because it's part of a house and not a solid like a tree.
It was pretty solid. It came
It's
from
not
Home Depot,
solid
I
like a
think.
tree.
No, I don't know. Listen, I looked it up, and it says that they try to impress their mates by making a loud noise and making making a mess basically, and banging sounds.
Look at me fucking up this guy's house.
I think right. I think
I'm gonna get so laid.
right. They're horny. The problem is the woodpeckers are horny because even though it's like fall,
He just replaced this board. Check this out.
right? I wanna
Check it
fuck
out.
this
Check
shit up.
it out. Hey, you, Lady Pecker. Check it out. Hey, Lady Pecker.
And they watch me come running out of the house and screaming. It's happened twice now. So now I have streamers going off for all four corners of the house with extra like backup streamers off of the house. I don't know. It's very annoying. I put one of the streamers right over one of the new holes that they made because I figure
I don't understand what this streamer is. What is this thing?
it's a reflective metal. It's not metal. Because it's a streamer, but it's reflective, very reflective, and it's supposed to scare away woodpeckers and other birds.
It doesn't work.
It's supposed to be the only thing that works. Actually, I looked it up.
And were you told that by the person who sold them to you?
No, I did. Nobody sold it to me. I do my own research. Would you like to hear about Pizzagate? I've done a lot of research.
I bet you have.
Also, in the
Mhm.
wonderful world of home ownership, here's another great problem. So we have the entranceway, You open the door up. We got that little entrance area there with the cabinet, and there's a light above the cabinet that's sort of in the ceiling, right above a mirror. I started to notice that there was mouse poop on top of the cabinet. I know what it looks like because I've seen it in my kitchen drawers with my silverware was. So I'm very familiar with the little mice poop. It's very small. It's like not even a Tic Tac. It's like a quarter of a Tic Tac. So I'm like, this is not good. So I look up in the ceiling and I see it's not completely closed up where the lighting is because there's like a light above the mirror and it's sort of recessed. It's not really sealed up great, and there's mice poop coming down. So there's a light up there, so I can't just like seal it up because then it would cover the light. So I took packing tape and I made like a net with packing tape, clear packing tape, so the light still comes through, but I can get a real good idea of where the poop is coming from and what's happening, because it's hard to see what's happening other than you have like a one or two poops on your cabinet. So I think the lighting fixture is warm, obviously, and the mice are drawn to the warm fixture, which we leave on 24 hours a day because it's just a small like LED thing. So the mice are basically living on top of my light, pooping down into my entranceway. So my way to fix the problem is to just keep the light off at all times. You think that's going to work?
Then you can't see the poop.
Can't see the poop, and then the mice won't be drawn to the warm spot.
Till the woodpeckers eat them.
I wish the woodpeckers would just knock on the front door and I could let them in, and then they could have all the mice they could eat. I don't think they eat mice, though.
I don't think so either. They're not owls.
No. Anyway.
You need owls.
That
would solve your problem. Owls would scare away the woodpeckers and eat the mice.
The mice are inside the house, though. Like
Inside
inside the walls. That's the problem.
Wow.
I need something. I don't know. I don't know how to fix that problem.
Get a cat.
I gotta get a cat to live in the garage. I think they're coming in through the garage. Anyway, what else is going on? I don't want to think about my shit anymore.
We can talk some about mine, or at least Dashiell's. So this whole pandemic thing has kind of like, we didn't really like, if he was going to his preschool, he would be potty trained full on by now.
You have to be. It's a requirement, right?
Right. Like they would have taken care of that for us. We wouldn't have really had to like put in any effort on the parental side.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, they would have, like, he would have been there during the day. They would have taken care of that. Like it would have all magically happened. That's how it happened with Emmeline for the most part.
When Ty went to his school, it was a requirement to go. You had to already be potty trained.
That they say it's a requirement, but they also know that I was writing them checks.
Checks
so
are good. Oh, they didn't care.
The checks
about
trump the requirement.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I know.
Not around here. There's a waiting list.
Mm.
So if your kid can't poop on on its own, they just cross you off and call the next person on the list.
Isn't that's true?
Yeah.
And is that basically the only thing that gets you crossed off the list?
No, there are many things that get you crossed off the list, but that's one of them.
Jew, right?
Yeah. That's why we said that's why we lied. Yeah, Jesus, love Jesus. Yeah, where do I sign?
Right, and can poop in a toilet, no problem.
Yeah, lots of poop.
Poop in
Jesus, where do I sign?
So
yes.
So we like started, I don't know, over the past couple of weeks we've been like, okay, it's time. Like, it's not really, he wasn't that interested in it. He's a boy. It's like he doesn't care. Like,
right.
I'm gonna pee in my diaper. You're gonna change it. This is fine.
Right.
So of course we're going the bribe route.
Always
of
good.
Like, yeah, here's your rewards. So we have our normal like prize box. It was getting low, right? Like we had not been out shopping very much to refill the prize box. So I went to a Walmart recently and they had like all the G.I. Joes, like all the new G.I. Joes. And I'm like, oh, these will be perfect. They'll be like a Christmas present or whatever. So I put like those in the prize box, like not thinking like, okay, that's he's going to pick those out as potty prizes. So I actually had to go into to work today, so he was just here with the babysitter that helps him out with their school stuff during the week. And I came back. He had been completely dry the whole day. He has 6 GI Joes. he was telling the babysitter when he needed to go to the potty.
Right.
Just went potty. Like, he wasn't like really gaming the system too much. He was like actually going and going potty, then just marching straight upstairs, getting a GI Joe.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, you just got like $120 worth of GI Joes today because you went potty.
You had no regulator on the system.
Right. I didn't know that it was just like gonna happen like that.
Right. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, Wombat, you would not be pleased with those GI Joes as kids' toys.
Oh, I'm sure. It's too many like interchangeable hands and heads. They're not meant for children. They just aren't. It's a bummer.
Too many hands, but like Gung Ho's hat, it doesn't even like you could kind of like sit it on top of his head.
Oh, that's the worst.
But it doesn't. There's no like snapping down or anything. It's just like if you pick up Gung Ho, his hat it just flies off. So, but he's enjoying them. He's looking for snake eyes. That's going to be a
good luck.
Going to need to poop a lot to get snake eyes. Can't just buy that one at the store.
Now, does that mean you don't have any left for yourself?
Those were for him.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't.
Those are too shitty for you, probably.
Right.
How much are those each? Like
20.
They're $20 each.
Damn.
They're too expensive.
They are,
and they're not children fun.
They're too expensive and they sell out everywhere. So maybe they're not too expensive.
Yeah. I don't
They're too cheap
yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Right. All right. How about some show feedback, Wombat?
Sure. Hoffer has to say, I never laugh at Wombat's dumb jokes, but Japaneses made me laugh out loud, and that's the title of the last episode. Good job, Wombat. I know that GP enjoyed that joke very much. I got a text message about that joke. I got a Facebook message about that joke. I got Twitter messages about that joke. So
Pat
there you
Morita's
go.
relatives called you.
Yeah, it was surprisingly popular, and that's what I get for mushing 2 words together. I guess I need to do that more often. So,
think where you could have been in your life.
I know.
If you've just been combining 2 words together.
Just combining words.
Sure,
yeah. What were those things? There was the Lion Bumblebee one, that cartoon in the 80s. Wuzzles.
Yeah, those are Wuzzles.
Yeah, I need more Wuzzles in my life.
Wuzzles. I can't picture that.
Can't picture Wuzzles?
It was a cartoon in the 80s. Everyone loves the Wuzzles.
It was on USA Cartoon Express.
Did they sell toys?
There was a Lion Bumblebee.
I was looking over this way to see if I had one out that I could grab.
They transform or no? They don't.
No. They're like stuffed animal toys, and then they also made like little action figures. They're like Care Bears.
Mm-hmm.
That type of thing.
There was like a butterfly hippopotamus.
Sounds whack.
It was wickety wiggity whack.
Whack is hell. No, whack is bad.
Yeah. Yep.
Not bad meaning bad. No, bad meaning bad.
Bad.
Not bad meaning good.
Yeah.
I thought they were over there with my Shirt Tails figures, but
Shirt Tails, I'm down with
over
Shirt
there
Tails
right now.
I'm down with Shirt Tails, 100%.
I can see my bogey from here.
Wow, Shirt Tails, huh?
How about some show feedback?
Sure.
More show feedback, rather.
Yes, this is the end of it anyway. King Rock NLR. He brought this up, but I thought this was funny too. Shipwreck said that he was watching a lot of sports. The Reds are over 500. I replied with a dumb joke, and then Cheapy just changed the subject. Yeah, I saw somebody created a graphic with the launch games, and it's like $500. You completely changed the subject from we were talking about baseball, and you started talking about something with PCs, I think. I actually went back and listened to it.
No idea.
It was the weirdest thing you've ever done. It was
really?
almost, yeah.
Maybe I was reading something in the chat or something, and
I don't know what you wanted to be part of the conversation and pretend you were listening, but you went in and talked about something that literally had nothing to do with the conversation at hand.
Right. That sounds about right.
And I remember it happening on the show, and I was like, I guess we're talking about this now.
Right.
It says
So the
But
next
was
time
that
you
the
make
egg-
fun of me
it-
for not paying attention, I'm just gonna say no one has ever done it as poorly as you.
Thank you.
No
I'll
problem.
take that as a compliment.
Yes,
I think.
that's it.
Okay, that's all the show feedback. Huh?
Yeah, it's all that's worth talking about.
Okay. Well, this is the. Let's remind everybody that we're wrapping up our big fundraising raffle for Children's Tumor Foundation. Like to remind everybody that neurofibromatosis, or NF, is an underrecognized genetic disorder that can cause tumors to grow on nerves throughout the body. NF affects millions of people worldwide and can lead to blindness, abnormalities, cancer, deafness, disfigurement, learning disabilities, and disabling pain. We've raised over $1,000, I think. Last I checked, it was right at 1,000. Let me check right now to see where we're at. We're giving away. Yep, we've gone over 1,000. We're giving away a Cyberpunk 2077 controller, Xbox controller, from Shanafan. Thank you, Shanafan, and a $50 gift card as part of our raffle. For every $5 you donate, you get an entry, and we're wrapping it up. So get those last minute donations in, and you can win.
Can I win?
Yes. Oh, here's the URL: tinyurl.com/CAGcastCTF. That's tinyurl.com/CAGcastCTF. So yeah, you can win. Of course, you can win, Wombat.
Awesome.
Let's move on to some watch this bitches.
Sure.
And
nobody added anything to this. Nobody's
You know,
watching
I
anything?
don't watch anything but sports.
You bitches.
We've been doing this thing where I'm still watching movies with Elliot that Elliot hasn't seen, and no one wants to hear me talk about old movies.
What's the movie? I want to hear one movie.
We watched Thor, the original, the first Thor. He had never seen the first Thor movie.
It's a good movie.
He loved it, and that movie holds up, I think, better than people might remember.
Why
Like if
wouldn't
you
it?
haven't seen it in a while,
It's a good movie. It's fun.
it's a really good movie, and Anthony Hopkins is so good in it.
Sure.
We were doing our best Anthony Hopkins impersonations over the weekend. It was fun.
Excellent.
But you're not king yet.
So I have a good recommendation for you, Wombat.
Okay.
We watched The Social Dilemma on
Mhm.
Netflix. It's not just a straight documentary. It's actually got a dramatization sort of interwoven throughout it. But you've probably heard about it because it's very popular. It's on Netflix. It's about social media and how it's designed to really occupy all your time and energy, and how it's ruining the country and the world. And it's primarily made up of interviews with people who are founders of the industry. And like I said, they have this dramatization going on, like a family using their phones, basically, showing how things can go bad. It's very well done. It's only an hour and a half, and we watched it with Ty, who's 12, almost 13. And someone of that age, I think, is the perfect age to watch this. It's really, I think, as soon as you can get these messages to them, sooner the better. And I know that, like middle school is when the kids start getting phones and using social media. So definitely check out The Social Dilemma. I know, Shipwreck, you've canceled Netflix, so it's like a shield from all my recommendations.
I'm good. I know. That's why I canceled it.
It's a smart idea.
It's so
Right.
bad. It makes me so angry. Wombat, definitely, I think you should watch it with your daughter. Elliot would not. I think
He
it's-
wouldn't get it.
he
We'll
wouldn't
keep
get
watching
it,
movies
and
with
it
him.
gets intense a little bit at times. But I think perfect age for your daughter, and your wife would probably. I think you said she's interested already.
She
so-
wants to watch. No,
yeah.
she's the one who's already said she wants to watch
Yeah,
it.
great.
It's getting Sabrina to do anything with us
Oh,
is
really?
very difficult.
Oh, damn.
She does not want to sit in a room with her parents for more than like 30 seconds. That's the problem that we
Right.
have.
How do you fix that?
I wish I knew.
What if you had a big screen on your chest that was Facebook?
We're working on something that had about that. So don't,
Okay.
whatever.
All right. Well, the movie's
Screen
cool.
chest?
Huh? Yeah. You know
Screen
what?
thing?
Seriously. It's like we got her a new chair today, and you'd think she'd be happy and want to spend time. No, nothing. desk chair, for schoolwork.
Didn't want to sit
She
in the
was
chair.
complaining. Nothing. Yeah. She also broke up with her boyfriend. So we have that thing that we're dealing with.
It's hard. It's hard out
Yep.
there.
Somehow that wound up with her getting an entire new wardrobe. I don't know how these things work.
That's how it works. Yes, you
Is
do.
that how it works?
You know exactly how it works.
Yeah. I
Sounds
don't
like
know. I never got new wardrobe from whatever.
You have enough clothes. I can tell. I haven't seen you wear the same T-shirt twice.
I don't think I would. I want to. I like
Right.
this one though. This is a good one. It's comfortable.
What is that? Is that Destiny?
That's Hawkeye. It's an Avenger
That's
shirt.
close.
Yeah.
I saw somebody at Target wearing a Destiny shirt. Like,
I have like 3 Destiny shirts. Was it me? Did you see me?
no.
You walked the other way.
What's that?
You walked the other way.
it's like,
No.
hey, that's someone in a Destiny shirt. Oh my, hey, it's Wombat, go route,
Run!
run.
Code blue. Code blue.
Code W.
That was a young man with his daughter. Not that young, I guess. A man with his daughter.
Could have been me.
It wasn't you. And it wasn't Batman. At Darwin Loves Devo writes in and asks, is anyone watching season 2 of The Boys? Man, that show is good. Wombat, are you watching that?
I'm not, and I got yelled at about it Monday after Yom Kippur, because we broke the fast with my brother and my cousin, and they both are watching it, and I'm not, and then I got kicked out.
You got kicked out of the meal?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to hang out with them because I wasn't watching season 2 of The Boys
Was
yet.
that before or after they fed you? Because you must have been pretty hungry.
They fed me, and then they were like, "Have you seen it?" And I was like, "No." And they're
Right.
like, "Get the fuck out."
They pull the food out of your mouth.
Yep.
It's really good. We're watching. See, we're totally caught up on. Here's the shows we're totally caught up on: The Boys,
Mm-hmm.
Raised by Wolves,
Okay.
the
Vow.
The Vow, and the other Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft County. Wow, that's good. See, the problem I have is the only one of those shows that my wife is interested in is The Vow. So the only one I'm caught up on is The Vow.
The other shows are weird.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
shows are really weird, so I can see people not being interested in them.
She started watching, so I guess I've started watching Schitt's Creek. So
Is that
That's-
funny?
that's
I
the other
guess
thing
it's
that-
award winning.
yes, Emmy Award sweeping Schitt's Creek. So
Shipwreck, you should watch stuff.
I should watch what?
stuff.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know if I
okay.
should watch stuff.
I
You
might
don't
watch
have to
Scoob.
watch it. You should. You know what you should watch? The first Thor movie. I bet you can watch that with your
I've
kids.
seen that. I've
I
seen
bet you
the
can watch
first
that
one.
with your
Watch
kids,
that.
though.
That one's potentially one that I could watch.
That's
with
what I'm
kids.
saying. That's what you might. I wouldn't tell you what to do. So, only you can make that decision.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it again to decide if I could watch it.
Yeah, I
Again.
know. Which kind of takes the fun out of it. But
Right, I'd have to watch it twice. to
Yeah, I
watch it
know.
Once.
Wait,
I
what movie are you
totally-
talking about?
Thor,
Oh. Why are you still talking about Thor?
because
Everybody's
Thor's
seen that a
awesome.
million times.
Whatever. He gets punched in the face by a giant godlike robot.
If the Reds lose tomorrow or when this show comes out, then I'll have some more free time to watch TV.
Perfect. All right. Should we move on to new releases?
Sure.
Now, these are last week's new releases, but
No, these are this week's.
Oh, is it?
Mm,
I added the Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I was thrown off.
it looks like it looks like you added the Star Wars game and all the rest of them are last week's, but we didn't cover them last week, so we can
this
talk about them this
works.
week as well.
I feel like my duty has been done.
Right.
Yeah.
We could also talk about Crash Bandicoot 4 because that's this week as well.
Sure.
That's Crash Bandicoot 4 is out this week.
Woohoo.
That's all I know. That's one I would play with the kids. We're plowing through all the achievements on every Lego game, I guess, because that's all Dashel plays. We just cycle through all the Lego games.
Well, you
Lego-
got to get enough achievements to get that free Xbox.
Right, that's gonna happen.
Mhm.
So, are we all gonna play Star Wars Squadrons?
Yeah, we all pre-ordered it.
I didn't pre-order. Who said I
Oh, I
pre-ordered?
thought you did.
I never said
I did. I
pre-ordered it.
pre-ordered it. I have it preloaded for Friday.
I'm really interested in it, and I will buy it. I guess.
hmm
Unless
You
it's
should
one-
do that so tomorrow, so you get those pre-order skins Friday morning.
I don't care about the skins.
Dude,
I really don't.
you do.
What are the pre-order skins?
I don't know. They're like blue.
Oh, blue. Oh, blue.
They're
Blue.
blue.
Oh, hold on. Where's my wallet? No, I mean, yeah, it's just, and it's like, I don't know. I'm excited for a good space combat game.
Yep,
It's been a
me
while
too.
since I played. I mean, I liked what they did with Battlefront, the space combat, and I feel like this is more of the old school.
Dogfighting, a little bit more control. The cockpits look great.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we've been on a big Star Wars kick in our house lately anyway. So it's kind of all ties into the current situation in my house.
The Wombat ecosystem.
The Wombat ecosystem, which is right now consists of just Star Wars. So
Yeah,
Kinda
that's
works.
actually that's a game I'm definitely looking forward to. And Friday, huh? No early access anymore with the EA Play, or
they don't do that on the big release. Actually, it's weird to say that because they did it on Madden again, where they gave the 10 free hours.
Maybe they do it on the sports games or something now. I don't know.
it
Yeah,
used to
but
not
they
just
didn't
be
do
the
it on any of the Star Wars stuff. They did it on Anthem, which why not?
it was 10 free hours and 2 days early. I thought.
Yeah, they don't do that. Yeah, because that would have been nice to have been able to play today, but
Right, they're messing us up.
what can you do?
I was promised 2 days early when I signed that contract.
Well, in a month, it's not going to matter anymore anyway.
In a month.
Yeah, it folds into your Xbox Live or whatever they're
Oh,
calling
right.
it.
Game Pass
Xbox Ultimate.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
And then you're going to
Oh.
get an extra couple of months of Ultimate.
I feel like the quality's been compromised already. It's been being folded in. Now I'm not getting my stuff 2 days early.
That's pretty much how it works, yes.
It's not called EA Access anymore. I have to remember a whole nother name.
It's called
This-
EA Play.
I didn't sign up for any of this.
You should send them a nasty letter.
I'm writing it right now.
Could you please?
So
We
yeah,
need
Star
that
Wars
meme, but it
Squadron.
needs to say bald man yells at cloud.
Right. No, I'm not. I don't get angry about video games anymore.
I know.
I stopped that like a while ago. But
Yep. That's why your hair started growing back.
no, it didn't.
No.
So I'm excited for that. I'm glad to have a game to look forward to because we're not playing anything around here. It's just we just watch one of those shows that I mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go to bed.
You should finish the story mode in Avengers.
I gotta
trying.
talk. Should we take a break from the new releases to talk about Avengers?
Let's talk about Avengers.
Yeah.
Because I know you started playing it, Chip.
Yeah, Shipwreck, you started playing it. You talk, and then
I'm
I'll fill
about-
you in.
I'm about 50% through the campaign based
Okay.
upon the little meter up at the top that tells me.
That actually means you're further along than you think.
I could see that. It seems like there's a weird pacing to that meter where some levels are like 2 minutes long and they're all equally weighted or something.
Like when those loading bars are like going really slow, really slow, really slow, then it just speeds up in the end.
Yeah. Yes.
Not in that
Yeah.
game, just in general.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
I really like the writing and the acting in the Avengers and the storyline.
the voice cast in that game is bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ms. Marvel is fantastic. It's an incredible performance for like a video game wise for that character. And I usually don't care about that stuff, but I think she did a really nice job. And the animations on her are cool as well.
Best
As
in
far
class,
as-
I would say.
Yeah, as far as the game itself goes, it is a mess. That game is a mess. And I waited until the two big patches went through just so I thought I was getting past the jankiness part of it. And it's for the most part not so janky anymore. I did have to like reload twice because events just didn't trigger.
That happened to me a few times in the
Yeah, it's like,
in the story
okay,
mode.
I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a door opening somewhere that I can go, but nothing is happening. So the combat, it's just okay. It's like it's kind of clumsy. It's not very fluid.
Really? I feel like it
Yeah.
is fluid.
You know what? It also, I think it depends on who you play as, and that's what's so weird about this game. Because I for some reason keep playing this game. I think it's like you said, you have nothing else to play, and since I have Avengers and I still like the Avengers as characters, I keep going back and playing it. I finished the story. there's like the second story that's part of this that I'm slowly doing because it's a pain in the ass, to be honest. It's a lot of minutia, and I'm trying to unlock some of the stuff on those challenge cards, which is also not much fun. But I do like playing as some of these characters. I know that you're both going to say that Iron Man sucks, and he is definitely one of the weaker characters in the game. I'm not going to argue that. He has.
I never knew that I'd like to get shot in the back by enemies I can't see as Iron Man.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's a fantastic experience.
I would say at this point you
While you're in
probably
the air?
only
While you're anywhere, it's like half the damage you take in this game is just ranged enemies shooting you in the back as you're fighting somebody. Like
Yes.
that's how you take damage in this game.
Yep. Yeah, I would say Iron Man is better later when you have to unlock his rockets. Otherwise, he's not fun to use at all.
I got his rockets.
When you have the rockets and you can just hit the Y button and he just shoots rockets at guys and they blow up.
Rockets are fun. I agree.
Rockets with Iron Man is very satisfying. Black Widow is probably the best character in the game. I think I mentioned that over text. She's like literally a character from another game that's in this game because she has really good melee moves and she has 3 different guns, so you can play it like a third-person shooter when you're playing as Black Widow, and it's like a completely different game than playing as like the Hulk, who's just slow and clumsy and dies real easily still for reasons that I don't understand.
I like the fighting in the game. I don't like and I like the story stuff that Shipwreck mentioned, everything that Ship mentioned. I like all that. I just don't like everything else about it. Like, I don't like when you're not fighting and you're in the helicarrier and you have to walk around and it's slow, and it just seems like
all of that is so. I mean, all the stuff they plugged into the game for the the microtransactions and the destiny of it all does not work. Right. It doesn't work at all. And the levels themselves that they created for the games of service portion are so samey. It's just the same rocks in the background and trees and platforms and the same 3 puzzles to unlock the doors to get the chests and the same 4 enemy types that they say are 30, but it's really just 4. And you're just doing that over and over and over again. And it's not enough to propel a games of service game because there's not really enough of a carrot there, because they also borked their gear system by making it non-cosmetic. What worked, I think, a lot in Destiny, I'm not a big Destiny guy, but people could either agree or disagree, is I think when you did a raid in Destiny and you got all this cool new gear, like these new guns and ornaments for the guns and a helmet, and when you wore that helmet, everyone know that you were one of those guys who finished that raid, and that's why you have the badass helmet and the giant revolver that looks like a Chevy truck. Then, people did something cool, and it's something that you look at and it reminds you of what you did and your accomplishments. Whereas in the Avengers game, you get a intangible nothing that apparently, I guess, makes your character something. I still have no idea what the gear does.
The systems of that game are hilarious as far as like valor or heroicism or something's up there. And I'm like,
I don't know what
does that
means.
do for me? I want the number to go higher. I know that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, my Black Widow is 50. She's only level 20, but she's a 50. I don't know what that means.
That's a power level. That's a Destiny thing. The only reason I can even understand
I understand that too,
is because of Destiny.
But at least in Destiny, you have something to show for it.
Well, in Destiny's gameplay loop is a lot more fun than the combat
that too.
In this, right? Like, just taking out, like walking through an area and taking out a wave of 20 guys over and over again, it doesn't do a lot for me when I know all I'm going to get is a number that increases my numbers.
Yeah. Shigs42 in the chat has to say, the gear makes you more powerful and can have effects. You can have a light combo that shrinks your opponents. I actually have that on my Black Widow where it shrinks the opponents. And there are some that are supposed to like add PIM particles, but I'm going to be honest, it's not enough.
It would have been better if they just made a game like Spider-Man, like.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's
If they made a game that was just like Spider-Man and just a straight ahead single player game, and when you finished it, you were done, that would have been fine. Or they could have gone in the other direction if they're going to make a game like Destiny, where you're playing the game and you pick your Avenger that's going to be your main Avenger. And I'm wearing an Iron Man that's wearing 5 pieces of mismatched armor in different colors, but it's my unique Iron Man because it's based on the gear that I've collected for my gameplay. See, I kind of prefer that style because at least it's something.
Have you heard of Anthem?
Yeah, well, Anthem actually went the Avengers route. They didn't go the gear route, and that was part of the reason why Anthem crashed and burned, because they set this game up where it's like, oh, here are all these different armor pieces you could put on, but if you want more than what just comes with the game, you gotta have to pay real money for it, and the stuff you collect during the game was just, was the weapons. But it wasn't the visuals. It wasn't your character look. And I think that was part of what hurt Anthem. And it's part of what I think is hurting Avengers.
I can't even tell if people are playing this game or not.
I don't think they are.
I don't think
I think
they
this
are.
game... I really think this game's a big disappointment. They keep advertising it everywhere. And I think their window of being able to sneak in before the big holiday releases comes out is getting smaller and smaller. And I think by the time Spider-Man comes out with a PlayStation, people are gonna be like, "Oh, I forgot they made this game." Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I find myself I'm just going straight mainline missions on this game. Like, I have no interest in doing the harm rooms or
Yeah. I
or-
did the harm rooms. I did all 5. This is fun. I did all 5 harm rooms because I wanted the fabrication machine pattern so I could get a new random costume. And I did it, and that 5th harm room took me like more tries than I should admit. Not too many, enough where I got it done. And I go to the fabrication machine, and I got a duplicate costume, which was something the patch was supposed to take care of. And I was super pissed.
There's a lot of loading in that game.
There's
There
a lot of
is.
loading in that game.
Imagine going from Ghost of Tsushima to that. It's not fun. Where it has like no loading through the game. It's like
You
It's
feels
don't
like
like
I'm
watching the
wasting a
Avengers
lot of time.
stretch?
What's that?
You don't like watching the Avengers stretch?
yeah, or the Hulk go.
Yeah.
with the drool right here. Right. It's pretty not great.
His weird, like, whatever these muscles are that are doing this.
The super pecs. There were 2 Hulks in my Quinjet when we were doing it on the mission loading screen,
That's funny.
and the other one Hulk was like sort of like giving the other Hulk a lap dance, basically. I think I screenshotted it. I'm not sure. It's pretty fantastic. I don't like it. I'm just gonna say it right now. Don't like it.
I like the story is keeping me invested. I'm gonna play the story, but I have no interest in grinding.
Ship, I think you should finish the story.
Oh no, I definitely am.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that. It's incredibly slow. Like, I'm 50% through and I only have 3 Avengers. What's going on? And when I got the 3rd Avengers, I had to do another tutorial that I learned the same moves that I did 4 hours back.
Yeah. You got to get those. You got to get all the Avengers. Actually, the mission to get the last Avenger you get is pretty cool. Even if you do use the character you hate, it's actually a good mission for him. That actually is really cool. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. It actually kind of sucks that you can't replay any of the story mode missions when you finish the story. You can only do the war table missions
Right.
because the story mode missions are tailored for the character that you're forced to use,
Right.
as opposed to the war table missions where you could use anyone you want. So it kind of loses something in that translation because it has to be suitable for everyone.
Lame.
That's why they're so samey.
All right.
There you go, Avengers.
Avengers. Not a new release, but it's new to Shipwreck.
It's gonna be. I very much am interested to see what the postmortem is going to be on that game if it didn't do well, which we suspect it hasn't.
I think it's sold. I bet it's sold all right. I just don't know.
I don't know. That's
I
just
don't
it.
think it'll have
I've
the
heard
staying power.
rumblings. I've heard rumblings that it didn't.
Okay.
Oh. When did the NPDs come out?
I think we have a while. So I mean that could have changed since I heard it, but I heard rumblings that the first week sales were weak sales.
Right.
Ah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, there's a good game in there somewhere. It's just
There really is. They just need to find it, and they need to
then let me
fix
know
their
when it's
yeah.
there. I'll come back.
They need to fix it. Yeah, that's the other problem. Is I don't want to spoil this for you, but Shipwreck, you've already you fought in the beta. You fought them both in the beta. In the beta of Avengers, you fight the Taskmaster and Abomination.
Yep.
Those
I've
are
already
the
fought those in the game as well.
Yes, those are the only two Marvel villains you fight.
That makes sense based upon I'm 50% through the game and there's only 3 villains.
Yeah. Yes, you fight the boss villain, but those are the only two like classic villains that you'll come across in this game.
Who doesn't love Abomination?
I like Abomination. I'm an Abomination fan.
Are
Who
you?
doesn't love
Yeah.
faceless robots? Waves
Yeah,
and
but
waves
it's
of
just sort of a
faceless
bummer.
robots.
Like, where's it? Like Baron Zemo or in the
You know
sequel,
my favorite part,
Graviton or someone.
my favorite
Mr. Hyde, the Mad Thinker.
I never heard of any of these people that you're talking
Claw.
about. Claw.
That's
I
the
know.
people they'd put in this game.
Right.
Yeah.
These are not.
We
Claw,
can't put
maybe.
Claw in there because Black Panther's not in there.
Not yet, but you could have put the Mad Thinker in there. Mr. Hyde. You could add Mr. Hyde as a bad guy, just to throw him in there, just to break up the monotony a little bit. Like, I don't know.
Ship, have you fought the giant enemy robot that looks just like the super giant one that looks just like it came right out of Destiny? The 4-legged one. It's like really big. Like looks just like the ones you see in Destiny.
It's really hard to say because all of the robots are
That's
just
the problem.
robots, right?
Yeah.
It's just how annoying. Like, oh no, that one can shoot me from a distance. That's the one I have to go kill because those are the ones that prevent me from punching these other guys.
Right. All right.
Okay, that's enough.
That's enough. What else we have in new releases?
Mafia, the definitive edition came out.
Finally, I've been waiting.
Have you played that before?
Yes. So
It's a great
many-
game.
So many
You could
Mafias.
skip the driving sections too in this one.
Oh, do they make the driving sections? Do they like change it up at all? Like the physics of it, or it's pretty much the same?
There wasn't
thought
a
it
lot
was
of
okay.
physics
Was that-
driving 35 miles an hour in obeying traffic laws.
Right. Otherwise, the cops come and get you.
Right. That was a fascinating game back in the day where you could set your speed limiter so that you wouldn't get pulled up over by the cops.
Right.
Like what a game mechanic,
Right.
right? I'm going to set my cruise control so that
That doesn't exist. The game takes place in the 50s.
right.
So, but your car has cruise control because we developed a really annoying gameplay mechanic.
A fantastic
reasons.
game though.
Yeah. I like all the Mafia games.
I could potentially play that one again. It's been long enough.
Yeah, I don't remember anything.
Oh, I remember a lot of that game. That game has some really good set pieces, and of course, it ties in nicely with the second game as well.
I remember the nighttime on the farm
Mhm.
mission.
Let's see. Anything else here? Port Royale 4 came out.
It's another
That's-
one. That's another Calypso. Like a
Yeah.
Tropico.
Yeah, that's the not as fun as Tropico.
That's a more serious. They're boats.
yeah.
Old boats.
But let's make it serious.
Do you love old boats, Cheapy? Then I got the game for you.
Not particularly.
When I say galleon, do you get erect? Then I have the game for you.
I prefer a newer boat. Sorry. What else?
We only have old boats.
Sorry.
Schooners,
I'm
we
out.
got schooners.
What
Galleons.
about Splunky 2?
I haven't
Sorry?
played it yet. I still need to, but I'm wading through this Avengers game.
All right. What about
You're further along than you think. 50% is really like 90.
It's the new math.
Yeah.
What about Serious Sam 4? You like that?
I do like
Is
that.
that supposed
I
to
do
be
like
good?
Serious
Any
Sam.
reviews?
I don't know.
Is it out yet, or is that like Friday or something? Let's see. Metacritic.
I think that's out.
I need to know.
Maybe.
It looks cool. 68%. That doesn't sound good. It's been out for a week. Uh-oh. That's good enough though for Serious Sam. I feel.
Probably good enough for Serious Sam.
Yeah, I take it back. I might check that out. Anything else?
My Star Wars Squadrons order shipped. I just got the email.
Nice,
they're making
congratulations.
They're making a physical release of that?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I didn't know
sure.
that.
I used my EA Access 10% off discount to get that digitally.
Maybe I'll follow in your footsteps.
Yeah. $34 is not a bad price for that game, I think. I hope.
Well, everything's relative.
What is
Yeah.
Jinja Force?
Who?
Would you call me?
Jinja Force.
Is that a game for dentists?
Oh, Jinja Force?
Oh, it looks like it's a shmup.
Nice.
Right.
All right.
Sounds like it.
Top down
Checks
shmup. Looks all right.
Cool.
Congratulations, Jinja Force.
Ginger
Or is it-
Force.
Is it Ginga?
No. Never.
It's not Ginga Force?
I don't know.
It could be.
What about anything else?
No.
That's it.
No.
Okay. Let's move on. We don't have any Wombats Fortnightly news this week.
Well, we talked about the Avengers. Tomorrow is a big day, or today for those who are listening to this in their ear holes, because Wolverine is finally coming out in less than 12 hours, 8 a.m. my time tomorrow morning. Wolverine will be unlockable in Fortnite finally.
Whoa.
I know, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Wolverine in Fortnite.
Snick it.
Yep. I'm like, I just started the Iron Man tree today in Fortnite. So we'll get the Wolverine stuff. We're gonna start getting the Iron Man stuff.
I'm so happy for
We're
you,
on the
Wombat.
road to level 100 and at a record pace.
You're gonna be too busy to watch The Social Dilemma.
Yeah, I know. I got it. Tomorrow's like all Fortnite. It's like Fortnite up the butt.
Wow, sounds painful.
I know, it's very exciting. And I'm going to give a shout out to everyone in the Fortnite Discord channel on the Cheap Ass Gamer Discord. If you're not on the Cheap Ass Gamer Discord, you're missing out on everything.
Discord.gg/CAG.
Yes. Be on that. And everyone should be hanging out in there, especially if you play Fortnite, because all the Fortnite dads hang out in there. And we all talk about being Fortnite dads and how it's the greatest experience of our lives.
You're in the golden years right now.
We're in our golden years as the Fortnite dads.
Are you looking forward to explaining to your kids who Wolverine is?
No, my kids know who Wolverine is.
I've heard about him before.
They're familiar with. They're familiar with.
I'm curious
with
to
Wolverine.
know what the percentage of Fortnite players are that don't really know Wolverine.
Oh, I think it's weird because it was a conversation. Who was I talking with? It was someone else I was talking with in person, where it's like, yeah, my kids aren't really into Fortnite anymore, but I keep playing. It's like a thing where like kids are moving on.
That's why they're bringing Wolverine in. They're like, we
Yeah.
hook
They
the
know what's up.
dads.
They hooked these dads in hook, line, and
Right.
sinker, and we're not going anywhere.
Time to get all those 80s and 90s characters into our game.
And you know who's here for it? This guy.
Right.
Totally.
Who loses in this situation?
Not
No
want
one.
that.
Yeah, exactly. No one loses.
They
Wolverine
got to
was-
the people who actually had money.
It's a good strategy. I think they know what they're doing, except when it
Mhm.
comes to the Apple Store. They seem to know what they're doing.
Yeah, except for that Apple thing. This whole Marvel thing. Good idea.
Right. That guy, he gets a promotion. Epic.
That
the
guy.
store guy,
eh,
not so much.
Yeah.
No, when I was in elementary school, Wolverine was like the most popular.
Yeah, Wolverine was so
Coolest.
huge for so long. And
Yep.
then Marvel buried him when Fox wouldn't play nice with the movie rights.
He was very rude, though.
Yes. He was a rude
He
dude.
didn't have good PR. It's tough to market Wolverine.
Eh,
I mean, he was popular at the same time Punisher was popular.
yeah.
People,
I mean, there was
We're
that
looking for
whole
that.
X-Men cartoon in the early 90s that was very
yeah.
popular.
it was
Yep.
it was fantastic. It had the theme song.
And he
Yeah.
was good in it. Wolverine
And it was
good in
that was like all Wolverine all the time.
It had some Gambit in there.
It did have some
Some
Gambit.
Dazzler.
Ma chérie.
A lot of Dazzler.
There's not that much Dazzler in that
No,
cartoon.
there
there's
was.
not, you're thinking of Jubilee.
Jubilee.
Yeah,
Sorry.
There was a
not
lot of
Dazzler.
Jubilee in that,
Jubilee.
There
Too
was
much
a lot
Jubilee.
of Jubilee.
Too
A lot
much
of
Jubilee.
Yellow Jacket Jubilee.
and Sentinels everywhere.
Good
Mhm.
Sentinels. Sentinels were good in
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
It's on. We were watching that the other day. It's on
Disney Plus.
Yeah. That's what I
I
was
know.
gonna say.
The theme song's really the best part about it, still though.
Yes.
That theme song was pretty rocking.
Cyclops sucks in all of it.
He always sucks.
He's supposed to suck. That's his thing.
Yeah, that's
I
his role.
I know.
Like
Poor
Duke and
Cyclops.
G.I. Joe. You got Cyclops.
Duke never sucked in the cartoon.
Yeah, he did.
He was just boring. He was
Duke
boring. He didn't
sucks.
suck though. He didn't actively suck.
Duke,
He was like
Duke actively sucks.
no. He was like a
Yes.
wallpaper.
No, Duke actively sucks. He sucks so bad that he made Flint look cool.
That's true.
Oh right.
Right. Like Duke was just kind of like raining on the rest of the G.I. Joe's parades. Like,
I got
constantly.
confused between Flint and Duke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Flint.
you were thinking Flint.
Yeah.
Flint is like, check out my cool beret.
Right.
You know I'm down to party.
Right. I'm gonna do whatever Duke tells me not to do.
Duke's like, hey, they gave me this uniform. Why am I the only one wearing our uniform?
This haircut is
Right.
standard.
he didn't feel like getting his own uniform.
Mm-mm.
He's like,
No,
let's go with
like-
the standard one.
He did absolutely nothing. Like they gave him like you can do whatever you want. This is like the craziest military ever. Go wild. He's like, I'm good.
Right.
I-
You can wear a bucket for a hat and like, I don't know, like a refrigerator for a body.
Duke and rock and roll are the only two in uniform.
Rock and roll though, he was like, they didn't give me this many bullets. Like I went and got more bullets and I'm wearing bullets. Oh man.
Some people
Looking
are very
forward to that Snake Eyes movie next year.
You should read that Avengers comic that I stumbled across this morning. I found an Avengers comic from the late 80s that was written by Larry Hama, who, for those who don't know, wrote all the G.I. Joe cards. He came up with all the backstories.
Oh, he wrote the comics and the
Yeah,
card.
he wrote the comics.
He invented it.
Yeah.
All of it.
He invented all the storylines for G.I. Joe, and he wrote this random Avengers comic where the Avengers are disowned by the U.S. government, so the UN steps in and makes them an international organization for keeping the peace. Basically, he turned the Avengers into G.I. Joe,
Perfect.
and then everyone gets fired from the Avengers, and he brings in his own team. It's Captain America is literally Duke. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's good.
Yeah.
I'll read that one.
You should.
Send me the issue.
I will. I would be happy to. I just need to find it again.
There's a lot of Marvel talk in this episode.
Well, Marvel's a big deal.
It's true. He's right. And you know what? There's some more Marvel talk coming up because now we're going to talk about Sony and Spider-Man and how they had to change Peter Parker in the Spider-Man remastered.
Did they have to change him?
I didn't really read the reasoning behind it because, to be honest, I don't care.
The
personally.
reasoning behind it was they wanted to improve the graphics of Peter Parker and to match him up with the voice actor, the motion capture. They
Okay.
changed him.
See, he looks like Tom Holland now to me.
He looks like Tom Holland 10 years ago.
Okay, still
Still
Tom
looks-
Holland.
He looks really young.
I don't. Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me at all. It's just like I guess this is what we're doing.
Listen, who knows better than Sony how to harness the power of the PlayStation 5? If they feel they need to change this guy's face, I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
I mean, his face, it looks fine both ways. So
Right.
His face looks fine both ways.
Right. I'm going to have a hard time getting emotional about this. I got to be honest.
Oh, I'm very upset about it.
they should put a mask on him.
Mhm.
Then we won't notice.
Or just always put him behind some a cloud
Or just
something.
skip the cutscenes.
I'm interested in why they changed his hairstyle. Like that's
Well, they
part of
wanted
the
to make him look like.
that's part of the motion. Are we motion capturing hairstyles now?
I don't think so. One of my favorite parts of Avengers is about how a lot of the bugs revolve around the character's hair. Like Wombat had the bug where his character's hair was the only thing that existed, and it was just on the floor.
Yep, I had that.
Oh no, it was the guard, right? It was the guard.
There's a guard.
It was the guard, and the hair of the guard was just standing on the floor next to the guard.
Yes. And it was just a bald lady standing against the wall.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird hair glitches in that game. The hair like sort of flashes every once in a while. Anyway, let's move on to Cheapy Stupid PC Corner. I've been playing a game that's also on the Nintendo Switch. It's called Hades. Have you heard about that game, Wombat?
I've heard about it. Now, this is what, a roguelike kind of hack
It
and
is.
slashy game?
It is. It is exactly that. It's a what is it? Supergiant? Is that the name of the?
Yes.
They made Bastion.
Bastion.
And Trans.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Transistor. Yes. This one looked really cool. I know that I do play like a fair amount of roguelikes, but I never get very far because they get hard and I lose interest. Mostly because they get hard. And there's not much story to them, I guess. You know, like you're just play over and over again and try to level up. So Hades has taken that formula and they've basically added more story to it and a really cool visual, a really cool art style. Like you look at it, it sort of looks like a traditional Roman art turned into a video game. Sort of like they're using that color palette. I don't know. It's very visually pleasing to me. I don't know. It's really fun. The story seems to be pretty cool. It's all, Roman gods, things of that nature. Greek gods. I don't know. One or the other. Maybe both.
Could be both.
Could be both. But I've been having fun with that. I bought that on the PC. And, yeah, it's really cool. Ship, you would definitely like it. Wombat.
I looked at it a little bit and it looks interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. The music's really good. It's it's a really super well done roguelike. So if those appeal to you at all, you're really gonna like Hades.
Does it play well on Switch? Have you read about that at all?
I have not read about that. I thought about getting it on Switch briefly, very briefly, and then I said, no. Why would you do that? And then I got it on PC and I used my Xbox controller.
When's the last time you've played your Switch?
Never. I refuse to ever play it. No, with the Switch, mostly what I do with the Switch is make sure that Ty hasn't snuck it into his room after lights out.
What's he playing on it? Fortnite?
No, he doesn't play Fortnite at all. What is he playing? A Pokemon. He's got one of the Pokemons. Okay. He finished it, but they still, I don't know. There's still activities to be had in Pokemon, I guess. But that's not so much a problem in sneaking that in. But he does bring that to his friend's house. Also in my PC corner, remember that Dell laptop that I bought? I bought like this $800 refurbished Dell touchscreen laptop so I could use it.
Yes.
With different things, not for gaming. That's not a gaming laptop, but I used it to broadcast when we did the 15-year show when we lost electricity. It's good to have, and I also bought it so I could DJ on it. I've been having these problems with the thing crashing every once in a while, and it turns out these Dell laptops, they have proprietary Dell software put on them for things like power management and things of that nature. And apparently, it took me forever to figure this out. Something with the power management causes spikes when it's doing stuff, and when you're trying to do digital audio in real time, you can't have that happening. Fuck shit up. So it's been causing problems. Even when I've been practicing, I'm like, how can I ever DJ anywhere when my laptop crashes after a half an hour or 45 minutes? I think I finally solved the problem though.
Stop DJing.
By what?
Stop DJing.
No.
Did you finally do the world a favor and stop DJing?
No. I DJ for Mrs. Cheapy while she's working. She loves it. I got an air horn and everything. Your
wife is much nicer to you than you think.
No, she asks for it. She requests it. I'm not joking. But what I did is I assigned the I tell the music software not to use the same cores, CPU cores, as the thing that's doing the battery management shit, and I think that fixed it. The only problem is I have to do it every time I launch the software. It's pretty annoying. But it might be fixed. I'm still not sure. My other PC news is, remember I told you I ordered that gaming PC?
Uh-huh.
It's been like 2 weeks or so, and there's no shipping update, and I was going to complain about it, but I got an email today saying that it's supposed to ship by the end of next week. They're updating their drivers. Drivers? I don't think that's a real thing. I think they just made that up. The updating the drivers. I think they forgot to say.
When they say updating the drivers, they mean the literal people that drive it to your house.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. The delivery drivers. They are updating the delivery drivers.
They laid off the old ones. They kept stealing all the computers. That's why it's taking so long.
Yep.
They just drove away with the old computers.
You know what? If they took those and sold them on the black market, they'd make more money than they would driving a truck.
They would.
Yeah, I know. So would I.
It's a crime, though.
Is it?
I think so. You
can't
whatever. Steal things and sell them.
It's only a crime if you get caught.
That's the end of my stupid PC corner.
Excellent.
So it doesn't sound like the flight simulator is going to be happening anytime soon.
It'll be there when you get it.
A couple weeks, exactly.
Game's not going to go away.
No rush at all. Unless this computer breaks, which is possible any moment. But we're hanging in there. All right. Let's move on to the CAG bag. Wait, I had a CAG bag question in here somewhere. No. Well, first of all, let's ask the chat for some CAG bag questions while I'm pulling up this one.
And just so everyone knows, the Avengers comic that I was talking about is Avengers Volume 1, issue 329.
Right.
Yep.
What's it called?
The Avengers.
Oh, they couldn't come up with a better name?
That's the name of the comic book.
Oh.
The Avengers.
Right, I get it. I remember that. Yeah, you just have to know the number.
329.
Not a great... Well, I guess it's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, Darkness writes in the chat, and he says the first thing you should do with a Dell is do a clean install on it. That's probably right. I didn't do that. Too late now, though. I can't do that now. No going back now. I just got to hope that I either just got to sell this one. I got to fix this or sell it or give it a tie and get another one. I don't know. Hopefully none of those things. Just fix this one. But it's pretty lame that Dell, a big company, right? You think I wouldn't have to Google the computer first to see if it works with music software. It's not like some crazy software that I got here. It's pretty popular, like earthquakes in Japan. All right. What else we got in the CAG bag? I'm Jordan asks, does Cheapy sit to pee for more gaming time on the toilet? Sadly, I feel it's two things. It's definitely to make it cleaner. I definitely miss when I'm standing. There's definitely missing going on. Usually, when I'm wrapping up, there's some
That
drippage.
is not a problem I have, but okay.
You don't drip at all? There's no drippage at all?
Not on the floor.
Well, where do you drip?
Into the toilet bowl.
Well, that's not really drippage. That's as intended usage of the toilet.
Okay.
So you really don't have any problem. I don't know. I'm farther away from the toilet. You got to realize I'm very tall. I'm very far away from the toilet. It's a physics problem. So to fix that, I sit.
Wombat's in the toilet.
I straddle it.
His testicles
like a
are
lap
wet.
dance.
Wombat's testicles are wet, and so he never misses the toilet.
Exactly.
So I found that
submerged while he's peeing.
Wetsicles.
Right, and I'm not solving a problem.
Wetsicles.
I'm not solving a problem that didn't exist. Like Mrs. Cheapy would say, what happened in here? And she would point, and then I would have to clean it up. So I realized sitting would basically cure that problem. Though sometimes if I get up too quickly, because I'm getting older, there's a delayed reaction and more pee comes out while I'm standing up. So I have to be very careful. But if I time it just right, the pee will just shoot right into the toilet while I'm the extra pee while I'm standing up. Anyway, I don't game on the toilet. I don't game on my phone. I will admit to looking at the phone while peeing on the toilet, and maybe subconsciously that has led me to sit down and pee as well. But I was definitely peeing on the floor. I admit to that. Definitely.
I don't know. It just seems like more work to me because you got to like pull your pants all the way down.
Well, not
to
if you're
pee.
peeing on the floor, though. That's more work if you're gonna pee on the floor.
I guess I'm just more like I mean like the out you pee in you're out.
This is more like the pants are coming down anyway to pee, so I might as well be sitting and putting the pants down at the same time.
Wait, your pants are coming fully down if you were to stand up and pee?
No, but
No, it's just you just it's just it's
I was
you
just-
just
I was
going
just
out
making
and
sure.
over. Unless you're wearing jeans, and then it's just an unzip.
No, but when I pull
It's
my
an
pants
unzip
down,
and a pull.
listen, when you pull your pants down to sit down on the toilet, you don't drop your pants to the floor immediately. You sort of, it's like rowing. You're moving everything at the same time.
I don't know. I mean, am I in these days because I'm home all the time? They're getting fully removed.
Before you even get into the bathroom, you take your pants off.
It's just
I've had some occasions where that's happened, by the way, when there's been like some poop problems. Like I know that I have to take everything off before I even get in there. But no, it's the same it's like one fluid motion. The pants come down. I sit on the toilet. The pants don't go all the way down to the end. The pants just go just enough like to my knees, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just the same motion. I'm not doing anything extra. And then, everything.
But they don't go to your knees when you're standing, right?
When I'm standing, no, they don't really. But that's a negligible amount of movement there. That's not really that's not wasting any energy or really anything, I don't feel.
I was just making sure that you're not that guy in the public restaurant, in the restroom
I've seen this.
that just has his pants down at his ankles while he's at the urinal.
I saw like a 14-year-old or 15-year-old.
Oh yeah, we've all seen it before. We're
Yeah,
like,
no.
do not understand how this works.
Right.
Why are
And the floor is so dirty. You don't want your underwear on the floor. Oh man. Yeah. Now that I have my after watching The Social Dilemma, I set my screen time on my phone for only 1 hour of social media a day. Starting on, when did we watch that? I guess Sunday. So I've been doing that, and now I don't look at the Twitter while I pee anymore. That took care of that. Or I'm so fast, like I open it up like for like 2 seconds and then I close it. So I recommend doing that, by the way, using screen time on your iOS device. Wombat's like, fuck that. I'm going to doom scroll till the fucking cows come home. I'm doom scrolling right now. I don't even see your hands, Wombat. Are you doom scrolling right now? No, he's not. All right. Any other CAGbag questions? I'm looking through the chat here. I don't think so. All right. Well, let's remind everybody we're wrapping up our fundraiser for CTF. So go to tinyurl.com/CAGcastCTF. tinyurl.com/CAGcastCTF. The Discord, again, is discord.gg/CAG. If you want to hang out with Wombat on the internet, that Fortnite room is probably your best bet.
Yep, that is true.
And if you want to hang out with Shipwreck on the internet, get a job at his company.
Right. That is
Start
true.
booking some meetings. Yeah. I think that's it. Oh, wait. Let's raid somebody. Oh, man, I totally blew it. I usually prepare this ahead of time that everybody's going to leave. God damn. Okay, here's who we're going to raid. We're going to raid Claude Von Stroke's channel. He's a DJ. Okay, listen to this. He's a famous DJ. He went to not only did he go to my college, he graduated the same year as me. You don't sound impressed at all.
That's because I'm not.
Well,
I heard you graduated the last in your class. You're not smart. You got no brain. You
Don't
got
use
no
that
brain.
word.
That's what you bottom of your class. You don't even know the name of the school you went to. Albany State Albany. That's not even a school.
all right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bread's done. And you went to Rochester, not Albany, so I screwed up my own joke.
That's okay. I didn't know if you're talking about Biden or.
I was, but I was trying to make it about you, but I used the wrong school.
Right.
But I know where you went, for the record.
Right.
Ooh, 47.
He knows about garbage plates.